Good morning, everyone. I'm here to do my regular live video on a Thursday morning. So hopefully you will get the notification and jump on and join me for some live crafty catch-ups. So if you haven't been on my channel before, my name is Donna and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Beaudesert. I've just moved to Queensland, and I show you how to create cards step by step from the beginning to the end. So I show you the thought process and everything that I go through to create some beautiful creations using the current products that we have available through my online store. So anything that I use is always current products. So you will be able to purchase it through my online store, and you'll always find the links down in the show more box down below on YouTube, and you'll also find the link to my store in the description of the video if you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook. So welcome. Please, when you get the notification and see that I've gone live, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you have any questions throughout the crafty process, please let me know, because I'm happy to answer any questions. So I'm not seeing, just seeing comments. Margaret, hello, good morning. So welcome to my crafty catch up. Now, this is a free crafty catch up, and I share tips and tricks that I do throughout my crafting process using our awesome products. So welcome, everybody. So please chat, say hello, generally have your input in what I'm doing. I love it when people chat with me, and if I don't see your question and the comments fly past, please type the question in again. I'd be more than happy to answer a question for you. So welcome, everybody. So I just wanted to let you know a couple of things that we have going on with Stampin' Up at the moment. So I'm just going to pop my camera down onto my desk, and I apologize for the printed flyers because they're not really that bright, but my printer needs re-inking, and of course one of the jobs that I haven't done since moving into my house. I've only been in my house for, I think I've been here for like about a week and a half. Good morning, Trish. Hey, Robin, Jenny, Christine, Vicky, hello, welcome. So of course we've got weekly deals, and you can't see, but it's from the 1st to the 28th of September because my ink has run out, and it's very hard to see these, and I do apologize, but I will run through what we've got. So for each week in September, for 4 weeks, we're having some weekly deals. So that means that they're reducing prices of products, which is really, really good. So some of the things could be things that you had on your wish list, and now that they're reduced in price, now would be the time to pop on and purchase. So as I said, you will find the shopping link down in my show more box down below. So please feel free, if there's anything that on this list that you think you might want to pop into your shopping basket, then by all means. So we've got the slimline envelopes are reduced from $17.50 down to $14. Classic matte dots, which are fantastic. They've got white, vanilla, smoky slate, and black. They are great. They've been reduced from $12.25 down to $11.03. Summer Shadows dies, which are beautiful. I absolutely love these dies. They've been reduced from $60 down to $48. They go with the shaded summer stamp set that's in our annual catalogue. Real Red Ruffled Ribbon, $12.60. Fantastic for Christmas crafting, just saying. Down from $14 to $12.60. Brush Metallic Adhesive Back Dots. These are one of my favorites because they have the metallic color that will go with most of your projects. So it's really, really awesome. Craft paper, card paper. So if you love the 6x6 craft paper, it's on sale down from $10.50 to $8.40. Craft boxes. Now these are great for making cards, making a card kit, or even doing some home baking and popping some home baking into them. They are reduced from $17.50 down to $14. The Snowy White Velvet Sheets. Now that's fantastic for your Christmas crafting as well. They're down from $8.75 down to $7. Round and square brads are down from $12.25 to $11.03. Our soft pastels, so they're down from $15.75 to $14.18. So they're great for colouring. I will actually, I have to get mine out and show you a little bit with those soft pastels what you can do. So great for colouring. So pale papaya ribbon is down from $12.25 down to $11.03. Our fresh freesia open weave ribbon down from $12.25 to $11.03. Our linen paper, so that specialty linen paper, down from $10.50 down to $8.40. And our snowfall accents puff paint, fantastic for doing your snow scenes and things, down from $7.75 down to $6.20. So don't forget to jump on and grab these weekly bargains. Now these ones I think will, I'm not sure. These were the week just gone. So it says that they end on the 7th, and today is the 8th, if I'm correct. And they're still in our online store. So if you really, really want them, jump on this morning and grab them. Of course, after you see what I have in store. We also have rose gold specialty paper, down from $17.50 down to $14. The Splendid Day paper is down from $27 down to $25.65. Texture Chic Memories and More cards, which are absolutely beautiful, they're down from $17.50 down to $14. Craft note cards and envelopes. Now the craft note cards and envelopes are really, really great. They actually come with a gift box as well, and I'll show you one of the projects that I have done. And this is an exclusive project. So this is one of the projects that I did with these craft cards and envelopes. So this is the gorgeous box that it makes. So this box actually comes with the craft cards and envelopes. And I'll just take that off and I'll show you. I made some cute little cards using the Ringed with Nature stamp set. So these are the little cards that come with it. And of course they have, so I've put 4 cards in here, and I've got the matching envelopes for them as well. So it's a really, really, and you get, I think, enough to make, I think, 12 cards, I think, in the kit. But I just did that one with 4 cards, and that's the box that it makes. So it's a really, really super cute. They've added more since yesterday. Okay, so obviously, so Sue's correcting me here because, I mean, I'm still not in the land of the living just yet after traveling around. So she said they've added more since yesterday. So so they must be going to keep the ones that we've already had still going while stocks last. Maybe, I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but trinkets, adhesive backed flowers, and they're silver and gold, so they're really cute. Texture Chic Memories and More cards. So we've got the Memories and More cards, and we've got the cards in envelopes. So you could buy those two for $30.80, and you would be able to make heaps and heaps of cards. So that's actually a great bargain. We've got the white frayed ribbon, $11.93 down from $13.25. Brush butterflies, the brush brass butterflies, say that quick 50 times. $17.50 down to $15.75. Soft succulent ribbon, which is absolutely a beautiful, stunning satin shimmer ribbon, down to $11.93. And then we also have Perfect Partners. Now, I actually had someone that contacted me on Tuesday when I went live because I used the Trimming the Tree dies, and she didn't think that they were available in Australia. She thought they're only available in the US. Now, these Perfect Partners, we have the dies that are matching, and yes, they are available. They're available just through September. So from the 1st of September through to the 30th of September. So we've got matching dies now that are matching stamp sets that are in our annual catalogue. So one of the stamp sets that we have is called Apple Harvest. They've now got the apple blossom dies matching. So you can buy it in a bundle. Or you can buy the dies alone if you already have the Apple Harvest stamp set. We've also got fresh cut stems dies that goes with the fresh cut flowers. We have the Playful Piggy dies that goes with the Birthday Piggy. We have the tree trimming dies, which is what I used yesterday, that goes with Trimming the Tree stamp set. We have the waterfall dies that goes with the Waterfall Canyon. And we also have the Yeti to Party and the Yeti dies. So they are available for this month early. No, I didn't say that, Jenny. So they are on special, available just for this month only. So if you have those stamp sets and you were wishing that there was matching dies with them, well, now there is, and they're only available for this month. So please make sure you jump on and purchase some of those. Okay, so what I'm actually going to craft with today is the Decorated with Happiness stamp set. So we're going to do a little bit of Christmas crafting. And this one is actually going to be my Stamps Club for the month. So if you haven't heard about my Stamps Club is a fantastic thing to be a part of. It helps you with your creativity. And each month we have a different stamp set. And I create, you get to make 6 cards. So I create 3 designs and you get to make 2 of them. So, and the reason why I do that is if you love the designs, you get to keep one and then send another one out if that's what you want to do. So the Decorated with Happiness is going to be the stamp set that I have chosen for this month. Now, for the basic Stamps Club, you will get the stamp set, you will get a card kit to make 6 cards and a video tutorial showing you step by step how to make the 6 cards. Now, down in the Show More box down below, you will see Monthly Stamps Club. If you click on that and subscribe, then you will be in it for this month, and this is the stamp set that we're using. Now, sometimes people ask me, what happens if I already own the stamp set? Totally okay. You can swap it out for something to the same value or less, and I will order that for you in place of it. And then when your kit comes, you will have your stamp set to be able to create the cards anyway. So how it works is payments are due right now. And towards the end of the month, I design, well, the middle of the month, I design the cards. Then towards the end of the month, I do a final call for people's payments towards the end of the month. And I cut the kits on around the 28th, 29th of the month. I send the kits out. Then the video gets recorded and gets posted into our Facebook group on the 1st of the following month. And then what happens is we then choose between the next lot of stamps. I put 3 choices in the group. We all vote on them. Whatever is the most popular one is the one that we do for the month, and then we go again. So that's actually how it works. Now, when you get access to the Facebook group, the only way you get access to the Facebook group is when you're a paying member of my Monthly Stamps Club. And I do ask when you first join to subscribe for 3 months as a minimum. And that's just so that you can experience and find out exactly what Stamps Club is all about, and really make a decision over 3 months. So the commitment, it's $50 per month. So the commitment is $150 for 3 months. Now, you don't have to pay that $150 up front. You pay $50 when you first join for the first month, and then you pay $50 each month for the next 2 months after that. Now, if you want to stay on and continue, you just keep paying the $50 and being a part of the Stamps Club. So it's a really, really great way to help you with your creativity. Now, I also offer an upgrade each month if you wanted to include the dies, because like some of you, if you know that there's dies that go with the stamp set, then we want to get the bundle. So I also offer an upgrade to actually get the bundle as well. So this month, if you wanted to do the basic Stamps Club for Decorated with Happiness, it's $50. If you want to do the bundle, it's $100. So you will get, for the $100, you'll get the stamp set, the die set, the card kit to make 6 cards, and the video tutorial. Now, the card kit is all, if you get the basic one, I cut all the die cuts for you. I even tie your bows. That's how nice I am. I even tie your bows. If there's bows on it, I tie your bows. And you get everything that you need, embellishments, ribbon, everything in your kit to be able to create your 6 cards. So if you get the bundle, I don't do your die cutting, but I supply the cardstock and things for you to be able to create those 6 designs. All right. So let's get started. So of course, this is a gorgeous set. It's a photopolymer set. You will need your piece mat to be able to stamp nicely, and then it comes with these gorgeous dies. So you can see all of these gorgeous dies that we have here. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm just going to case the catalogue for my first card. So, and this is what I do when I'm trying to work out what I want to do. I just case the catalogue. So you can see here we've got bows, we've got ornaments, we've got bells, we've got pine needles. It's absolutely stars. It's absolutely a gorgeous set. How sweet are you to tie the bow, says Sue. I know, because everyone says, oh, I have bow envy every time I try to tie. Every time I tie bows, everyone says, I need to be able to tie bows like you do. And, you know, it's not that hard. But, yes, my Stamps Club members do get their bows tied for them. So, all right. So, first of all, I'm going to find, and I need to cut some because I don't have any now, some Balmy Blue for the card base. Now, another question that I've been asked several times about card making is how to cut the card bases. Now, also to please subscribe to my email list. I know I've been a little bit slack with my free PDF tutorials, but I normally send out a free PDF of the project that I make, or one of the projects that I make, each Thursday morning. Now, because I've been shifting house, I apologize. I haven't done that for probably about a month and a half because I've been so busy. So, but please feel free to subscribe to my email list, and you will get all of the things that I have going on in my business. So you will get some emails that are talking to you about classes and things that I have. But please don't unsubscribe when you get that, because if you unsubscribe from that, you then miss out on the free PDF tutorial. So, all right, so I've made a card base, and I'm just going to score that at the halfway line and fold that. So we have a card base here. Now, the way they have done it, they've actually done probably like a tall fold card, but that's okay. A tent fold card, if that's what you want to call it. But that's fine. I'm just going to do my card base like I normally do. Now, whenever you're looking at people's designs, like if you're looking at people that are from the US, that they do a design, if you have a basic card base size and basic layers, you can incorporate your card base size and your layers to whatever everyone is doing. Now, the difference between the US to Australia, we have a different size cardstock size. So as you can see there, I've actually cut my A4 sheet. I've cut my card base here. Now, it's slightly smaller than half of a sheet of A4 cardstock. Now, the reason why I do mine like that is for the simple fact that I like to know that it's exactly the right measurement every time, because sometimes our A4 sheets of cardstock might be a smidge smaller or a smidge larger, and if we're doing half of it, I feel like that my layers are not exact. Okay, so the reason why I cut mine a smidge smaller is to make sure that I have the same size card base every time. So as you can see, out of the A4 cardstock here, I've cut it down this way. Now I will be able to get 2 card bases out of that A4 sheet. If you wanted to cut layers, you will also get 4 layers for your cards as well, because not only do you get the 2 card base sizes there, on the next sheet, you could actually cut them, this piece, in half again, and you're going to get 4 layers as well. So that's how easy it is. And then I'll tell you a really good, neat trick on how you actually work your layers out from what you're doing, is by how much you I'm just going to add a little bit more light there, see if that makes it a little bit better so it's not so dark. Feels like a little bit dark there, so I've added a little bit more light so you can see a little bit more. Sorry about the lighting. I'm still in the process. I need an electrician to come in and put some nice bright down lights for me. All right, so so I always cut my card base 5 3/4 inches. So you'll get 2 lots because we've got 11 3/4 inch cardstock. So you get 2 out of one sheet. So it's 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches. Now our cardstock is 8 1/4 inches wide. So I cut it at 8 inches so that when I fold it, I end up with a 4 inch by 5 3/4 inch card front size. So all you've got to do is remember that 4 inch by 5 3/4 inch card base size. And then when it comes to layers, you go down in your layers by 1/4 of an inch or an 1/8 of an inch, depending on how thick of a border you actually want. That's all you've got to do. So if you remember 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches, the first layer that I do is always 3 3/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. And I do apologize because I always work in inches. It's just the way I am. With crafting, I've always used inch measurements. So some people say, why do you use inches? And it's what I do. Okay, so the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece of cardstock to actually come down here, a piece of basic white to come down through the front. So I'm going to cut that, I'm thinking 3 inches wide. We'll see what 3 inches looks like on the front of this card. Yep, and 3 inches is perfect. Now we want it the same size as our card front, so I'm going to do that at 5 3/4 inches. because we want it the exact same size as the card front, because that's what the card is like in our catalogue. All right, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so the next thing what I want to do is I want to use one of our blending brushes, and I hope I have one that's clean here. I have one that's the right color, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to use my blending brush to actually blend a little bit of Balmy Blue up on the top part of this this piece of white cardstock. All right, you're all gone quiet. There's not much chatting going on there. Is it because you're all busy watching? I look and I think, oh, they've all gone quiet. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper and pop under my work surface. Now, I am going to use my pierce mat, and the reason that I'm going to use my pierce mat is this tabletop has got like a texture on it. Now, if you've got any texture on your bench top or anything like that, it will come out through when you're blending. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to use my pierce mat to give me a really nice even consistency. So I'm just going to ink up my Balmy Blue on my blending brush. Take a little bit off on a little bit of the excess off on your scrap piece of paper, and then we're going to blend some blue onto there. I'm going to go a bit more. So take off the excess and then blend really nicely. Now, you don't have to push real hard with our blending brushes. Like, they blend really, really nicely. And I think, I feel like a light touch tends to, you just need to be patient with your blending. It tends to get you there in the end. But sometimes people are a little bit heavy-handed and wanting to do the job too quickly. So just take your time, keep adding a little bit more, and keep blending nice and lightly and softly, and you'll find that you will get that really, really nice look there. Now, the next problem is I'm wondering whether I have any of my embossing heat tools here. That will be the next question, because they've done some, well, I haven't got my good one here, but I've got another one here that don't tell anyone I'm using my non-Stampin' Up one. I haven't found a lot of my stuff. There has to be a box of things that I mean, I've still, put it this way, I've still got many, many boxes out in my garage that I haven't unpacked yet. So, but I do have a heat gun that will do the job. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to, I do have an embossing buddy here. So we're going to use an embossing buddy. Now, the embossing buddy, we have an embossing essential kit that we have available now, which is fantastic. So we have these cute little embossing buddies, and it comes with an embossing tray, and I do actually know where that is, but it is out in my garage. So it's powder filled. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pat it a little bit, and I'm going to rub some embossing buddy over that. Now, the reason that I'm going to do this is when we go to emboss, if we have any wet ink, our embossing powder is going to stick to it. If we have any oils or anything on our cardstock, our embossing powder is going to stick to it. And we don't want that to happen. All right. So they've done some cute little stars. So it's these little ones here. So I'm going to mount those up onto a block. And we're going to do some heat embossing up through the top. So we're going to use Versamark ink. Versamark ink is a clear sticky ink. And we're going to ink up our little stars. And we're going to do some just there. And I think I might do some just there. And I should have checked to make sure I had some gold embossing powder in here. I'm sure I will. Well, I've got copper. Do I have gold? Copper? Copper. I have everything but gold. Anyway, I have some. Yeah, this one will do. Okay, so we're going to sprinkle some gold embossing onto there. And then we're going to tap that off. So can you see we've got some gorgeous little stars happening there. I'll just tip that back into my container and hopefully not get it everywhere. Okay. And then with your heat gun, we're just going to heat that and melt that embossing powder. You have gold. Thanks, Margaret. Can you lend me some? I had every other color. I've got silver, I've got copper, I've got black, I've got clear, I've got white, but couldn't find any gold. Okay, and you can see it then, there you go. Okay, I was trying to get the light right so you can see it actually turn gold. Absolutely stunning. I never, ever tire from seeing how awesome gold embossing comes out. All right, so we've got that happening. Okay, so let's see what else we've got to do on this one here. Okay, so they've done a little bit of stamping, I think, with Pear Pizzazz on that layer. So I'm going to grab some Pear Pizzazz and I'm going to stamp this one here. So this big pine needle part I'm going to stamp. So I'm going to grab one of my larger blocks. It will fit on that. Yep. Okay. And I'll grab some Pear Pizzazz. So when you're struggling for things to do, please make sure that you just try just casing the catalogue to start off with, because it's super, super fun to start casing the catalogue, and that gets you started with creating with that bundle, and then you'll find that it will lead you into doing more things. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to stamp one coming up through there. Oh, I had some more light bits that I could have done as well. I'm going to do another one down through here. So I'm a bit, there is some more gold stars down this bottom part. So seeing I've got everything out, I'll do that while I'm going. Okay. So once again, I'll use my embossing buddy. And the reason why I want to use it definitely down there is because I now have that wet ink and I don't want to have any wet ink that my embossing powder is going to stick to. So we've got a couple of stars happening. Got some down through here and another lot down here. Okay. And I think actually I might put some maybe just there. All right, so let's add some gold embossing to those. Okay, so that's going to give us some more cute gold stars. Okay. Hey Linda, how you going? Good morning. Lovely to see you jump on. Okay, so heat setting on number 2 again. And look at those go gold. Isn't that fantastic to see that happen? Now I always heat from underneath, and the reason that I do that is because it does actually it does actually bow your cardstock, and I like it to curl under, not curl up when I'm about to pop the layer on. All right. So now I'm going to cut one of these pine needle pieces out of our, actually I'm going to cut two, I think. It looks like it's got two on it, out of some Pear Pizzazz cardstock. So I'm just going to grab some Pear Pizzazz. I'll move those out of the way. I'll bring in my cut and emboss. Okay, and we will run that through. And I'm naughty, I didn't clean off my magnetic plate. Still got some bits and pieces on it. I'll just pop that into the bin. It's always important to make sure that the platform that you're cutting on is clean, because if there's bits of cardstock and you put your cardstock over it, you'll find that it will make a mark in your cardstock, and you don't want that to happen. All right, so let's run that one through. So as I said, this is going to be my Stamps Club set for the month. So if you absolutely are inspired by just this card today, then I suggest you think about joining my Stamps Club, because it's so much fun. Oh. Okay. And I'll pop that in a second time and run it through a second time. I'm getting some new furniture delivered today, so hopefully they don't turn up while I'm live. So getting a table and a TV unit, so that'll be exciting. Okay, so I've got two of those cut. And from the look of it, I need a red bauble outline, and I also need a Pacific Point one. So I just grabbed some of that coloured cardstock. Do I have some here? Well, that's Sweet Sorbet. It can do for the red. Do I have some blue? And this one can do for the blue. I'm changing it up a little bit. Okay, so I've got Sweet Sorbet and I've got Starry Sky. Okay, so let's grab those dies. So we're going to do, oh, is it stamped? It is. They're stamped. Okay, I'm wrong. They're stamped, so we'll do that in a minute. See, you can see the thought process. All right, so let's do that in a minute. So we'll pop that aside. All right, so they're stamped on white, so we'll do that and then cut them out. Okay, so we have this stamp here that we're going to stamp in red. And then we have the other stamp, which is this one, and we're going to stamp it in Pacific Point. Okay, so let's grab some blocks for those. That one and that one. Okay. All right, so we'll grab some white cardstock. And we'll grab Pacific Point ink. Now, I hardly ever use Pacific Point. Hey, Rose, how you going? No worries, Linda. I'll catch you later. All right, so we've got... Now, I haven't used these before, so I do like to use my scrap bit of paper and do the smooshing technique. And all I do is I ink it up and I smoosh it onto a piece of paper, because sometimes our photopolymer has a little bit of a film on it, and when it gets that film on it, it repels the ink a little bit. So got that. So we've got that ornament, and then we've got, I think I'm going to do it in real red. It looks like real red. Okay, so same thing with this one. I'm going to do the smooshing technique again on that scrap. So ink it up a couple of times and smoosh it on your paper until it starts to stamp a really, really nice crisp image. So we'll ink that one up and we'll do him that way. Like that. So we've got our 2 ornaments that we've stamped. Pop those inks away so I don't get messy. Okay, now they've actually sponged them a little bit, so I'm going to use that blending brush again, and I'm just going to blend a little bit over that ornament. I didn't re-ink. I don't really need to because I've got enough there anyway, but that's giving that ornament a little bit of color. And then I'm wondering, this one could probably do the real red, and we'll grab some real red and we'll do the same thing on our ornament there. Now, it doesn't matter that you're going to go outside the outline because we're going to cut it with the die, and it's totally okay. The die will cut the edging for it. Okay, let's clean up this desk a little bit so we don't have things everywhere. All right, so I'll just bring in the cut and emboss again, and we will cut those couple of die cuts out. Oh, and Theodore has come to visit us. So Theodore can now roam around, and he will probably be in and out of my crafting videos because he has access to this room and he just walks in, walks out, and has a lovely time. So he's actually under my desk right at the very moment. He's under my desk thinking, what are you doing? Why aren't you taking any notice of me? So we've got that one there, and we've also got the other one, this one here. Now this one is really cute because you could actually cut out that little circle piece as well and pop it up to make it, we might do that. We'll do that. So we'll show you how you can do that. So you can see there we've got this extra little die, and it will cut out that circle piece, and we can actually make it like a 3D ornament, which is super cute. Okay, so let's line those up and run those through. Hi Sam, how you going? Okay, so we'll run those through. So as I said, this will actually make it like a 3D ornament by cutting out that little circle piece in the middle. Okay, we have that one, and we have that, and we also have that. Okay, so we'll be able to pop that up and make it like a 3D ornament. All right, we've got that and that. Now, what else do we need for this card? They actually have like a gold ornament, a gold glimmer. Ooh, do I have some glimmer paper here, close and handy? Do I? Well, it might be in my... Oh, I do. Okay, so we're going to get out the glimmer paper, and it's that gorgeous, I think it's this one here, so we'll do that. We'll see what we can get. How fortunate is that I could find my glimmer paper that easily. Okay, let's do this. I think I'm going to do a few of these. I've got enough glimmer paper there. Let's do a few and see what they look like. And that one there. Yep, that will work. Okay, let's do that. And I also think, I wonder, can I get a pine? Here we go. Got some nice little pine pieces. So we've got one there. Okay, we'll run those through, and then I'll see if I can grab some more little pine pieces. Why not bling it up as much as we can? Well, that's not good to hear, Sam. All right, that. Now, let me get my take your pick tool. Let's see what these look like. Oh, look at these. How beautiful are they? Look at that. Oh, lovely. Okay, that and that. All right, so I'm going to assemble this card now because I'm really scared that the furniture people are going to turn up and I'm going to be in the middle of a live video. Okay, so we've got that. I might just do another couple of little, if I can, one of them. May as well use up some of this there. Because if I don't use it on this card, I can always pop it into the case and use them on another card. There. Okay, can I grab another one out of there? Oh, maybe down here. That's getting the most out of the glimmer paper, isn't it? And yes, I've got bits everywhere like I just told you not to do, but it's okay. That's all going to go in the rubbish. No worries, Sam. Take care. Okay. Oh, and I just peeled the end off it, but that's okay. All right, so let's pop that into the bin. I hope you feel better soon. All right, there we go. Let's pop this card together. Okay. I'm going to pop all of my dies back on there so I don't lose any of them. And pop them back into my case. Nothing worse than losing dies. Okay. Stamp case went where? Where did I put that stamp case? Oh, under there. There it is. Okay, so let's pop that back in there and those back in there. Okay, so we don't lose anything. All right. Now we will pop this baby together. Look at that. So we've got that happening. We've got these gorgeous pieces. So we're going to decorate this piece here first. So we've got some coming in there and another one coming down through there. That looks cute. And then we've got our ornaments that are going to come in, and we have to just stamp a little greeting once we've got this all decorated. So let's check this out. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to adhere these down. So you can see here, because I've done some stamping, we've got a little bit of like interest in behind where the die cut's going to be. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just on the back of that. Okay, and that can just straddle roughly in there. So we've got our stamped pieces plus we've got our die cut pieces. So it's giving us a little bit of variegation there when it comes to the pine needles. So I'm just going to add a little bit on the back of these ones. And we will go through there like that. Okay, and just press them down. Okay, wait for that glue to adhere. Sometimes it's easy just to pop something on it just to weigh it down. All right, so now we've got our cute little ornaments that we've cut out. I will use my scissors and trim off the overhang from that. So we'll just trim that off and trim those off. Okay, so you've got that like that. All right, so now we're going to place some of these ornaments hanging from the tree. This one's going to go up through there. Then we have a cute gold one that sits in behind that one. That looks cute. I feel like we could do one down through here as well. Let's do a bell coming down through underneath that one. That one looks cute. Okay, so we're going to pop those up onto some dimensionals. So I've got some dimensionals here. That one there. Okay. We'll pop that one. Just like it's hanging from that one there. Okay, so it's hanging from, say, that pine bough there. Then we'll glue this one directly down. So I'm just going to use some liquid glue for that one. So please feel free to share this video with others. So share it back onto, if you're watching on YouTube, share it back onto your Facebook so that friends of yours can actually get to experience some of this awesome crafting as well. I am going to pop that. I'm going to pop that bell just down there like that. So I'm just going to add some liquid glue on behind it. And we'll pop it in like it's going to hang from that one there. Because there's nothing better than glimmer and bling on our project. Okay, so we've got that. Now this one here we're going to pop up again. So I'm gonna, if I can, I don't know whether I can find some minis. I do have some minis. There we go. So we'll pop some mini dimensionals in around behind that one. One there. One there. One there. And maybe one. Whoop. Just down there. Okay, so that will pop that one up. So let's take the backings off those. Okay, now that little one's going to hang right there like that. Now, what we want to do for this one, we want to do a double dimensional pop-up. So I'm going to do 2 of these dimensionals. So I'm going to do one and pop it on. I'm then going, whoops, there goes my embossing tool off the desk. I'm then going to take the backing off that one and I'm going to pop another one on. So let's trim another one off. And this double dimensionals will pop it up higher so that it will then look 3D looking. So because we've already popped this one up, we need to do the double dimensionals. Oh, no problem, Karen. Hey, Laura. Welcome, Karen. Welcome, Laura. And there you go. And then that, you see there, pops up and we've got like a 3D. Can you see that? Like a 3D look. So you've got like double dimensionals. All right. Now, all we've got left to do is to stamp a sentiment for this card. I'm just going to tidy up a little bit here. Okay. So we've still got some of these cute little ornaments. And I think I'm going to pop some nice little gold bits in around, but we'll stamp the sentiment first. So the sentiment on it, it says Christmas greetings. So we'll grab that out of our stamp set. Okay, Christmas greetings. bit there. Okay. So once again, we'll mount that up onto a block, and I will use my pierce mat along with my scrap piece of paper once again, because, and I'm just going to grab just a scrap. We'll cut this back later, and I'm going to grab the Real Red ink. So who started their Christmas card making? Have you started your Christmas crafting yet? Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that just down on the bottom of that little scrap piece there. Okay, it came out really well. I didn't do the smoosh technique, which I should have, because that's the first time I've used that stamp, but it came out really well. So we're doing good. We'll just leave it the way it is. All right, so now I'm going to trim that to get a really nice little sentiment label, and I'm going to use my handy dandy little baby mini guillotine. And every time I use this, people ask me, can you buy them? And the answer is no. They were available at one stage, but they're not now. We keep sandboxing it for Stampin' Up to bring back these little mini guillotines. So if you were lucky enough to join and get it as a joining offer, then you're lucky. If you were a demonstrator, we were able to purchase them at one stage, which you were very lucky to be able to do that too. I've done that really, really tight, but anyway, it will do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stamp that again. I cut it off too short. Let's try again. I did it so perfectly too. I stamped it so perfectly straight, but I cut. Can you see that? I cut it off too short. Too close. We needed to go a little bit further away. So let's try again. Let's stamp this really nicely again. Just like, oops, sorry, I'm out of shot there. So stamping it really nicely on our scrap piece there. Now, we'll try this again, and this time I won't be so eager and cut off the top of the C. See, we do mess up. Sometimes we mess up. Okay, let's get it there. So I'm thinking about there. And if it's too far away this time, we can always cut it back a little bit. No, that's perfect. Look at that. Perfecto. All right, so let's cut off this edge bit. So I love my little guillotine. All right, there we go. So we've got that. And then we can pop this card together. Now, I'm looking at, they've just got it glued on here. And I think we could do a little bit of sponging on the outside of our, just to bring in some of that sponging. So I'm going to bring back in my blending brush, and I'm going to blend a little bit more ink on the corners of my card base. They do need to bring one back, Jenny. I agree. Oops. Did you just see what I did? Wrong blending brush. I now have Real Red in my ink pad, which we can blot some of that out. Let's blot some out. If you ever do that, don't panic. Just use a towel or anything and blot it out. It'll be fine. Okay, let's try again. Let's see what color we get. Oh no, it's blue. It's all good. See? So a little bit of a mishap and it's all good. All right, let's bring that in. And I'm just going to blend on the card just to get a little bit more of a feel in the background here. And I don't want to do it all over. I'm just going to do it in a couple of corners just to make it look a little bit, take the plain look off it. There we go. All right. And then see when we pop that over. Now, doesn't that look so much better? It's got something in there. All right. Well, see, we all make mistakes. Like, honestly, we're not perfect. And I need to let you know that we are not perfect. Everybody thinks we have this perfect stamping attitude, and like, well, we try to. Okay, so I'm going to pop that one up on some dimensionals. I'm using my daughter's desk at the moment, and it's really good because I cleaned out the drawers. And so I now have drawers in front of me that I can pop all of my adhesive in, my scissors and things. So every time I need a tool, if I keep dropping it down into the drawers in front of me, I should be able to find it. Well, that's the thought. I'm hoping it ends up that way, but you know. Now, don't be too stingy on your dimensionals, please. Make sure that you add dimensionals so that that piece is not going to sag on the front. Hey, Rosalie, how are you? All right, so now we're going to do, with our handy dandy take a pick tool to try and get these all off. Let's grab that and pull the backings off. Okay, so it's just a case of poking it in and twisting as you pull it out. Oh, I did get it. A bit hard to see. Poking it in, twisting as you pull it out. And then the beauty of it is when you do that, you collect them all on the point of your handy dandy take your pick tool. If you don't have one, you need to add it to your next order. I'm telling you, it is definitely the Swiss Army knife of crafting. And you collect them all on the point, and then you can pop them into your bin. So can you see that? No dimensional backings anywhere other than in my hand. So it's a really, really handy dandy tool to have in your craft room, not to mention the putty end that you can pick up all of your rhinestones and things. So, all right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to line that up top and bottom and evenly on our card like so. Now these little pieces, I feel like I want to pop them. Let me see, we've got our sentiment here that's going to go like this. I'll pop the sentiment. I think I'm going to pop the sentiment down. Oh no, I like it there. They've got theirs over a little bit. Okay. Now, the thing is, I don't have any gold twine. That was the other thing. But that's okay. We'll put something else on it. Okay, I'm going to pop that up just there. That. And then I think I'll just there like that. Then I think I want to pop these in around. How cute do they look? Yeah, we definitely need that gold in there, don't we? For sure. All right, so let's add a little bit of glue onto those. I could actually even pop that. No, I think it was nice up through there. Okay, there. And another one there. Okay. Now, I don't have the gold twine that they had, but I do have some of this gorgeous ribbon here. I don't think I have any gold twine, no. Well, let me see in here. I don't think I do. I'll tell you what would look really nice on this. Do I have them here? No, maybe not. Every time I think about doing something, it's not quite there. No gold twine. Okay. Well, I'm going to go back to the first original thought was this ribbon that I've got. So let me grab that without letting all of my other ribbons fall off my ribbons tool. All right, so we have this gorgeous ribbon here, which I think would look stunning with it anyway. And this one is called the Satin Edge ribbon. It is gorgeous. The gold satin edge ribbon. So I'm just going to tie a bow. Look at that. And I'm thinking we can just pop a bow up there like that. What do you think? Blue dots. I need to arrange my webcam a little bit better. I feel like I'm crafting down here, but the webcam's not quite in the right. Let me go like this. There we go. I craft down here because it's close to me and it's what I'm used to doing. And I keep looking and I'm like down in the bottom of the screen all the time. But you just need to bear with me. It's taking me a bit to get myself set back up in my new craft room. And it's always a bit of a challenge. You find you've put things in a certain place and then you realize that you want to put them somewhere else. Okay. So we have that. Now, of course, I'm going to do an insert for this one. I'm just going to grab some white cardstock and my piece mat again. And I'm also going to grab that scrap piece of paper that I've got. I've made it really nice and grotty. All right, so I'm just going to stamp some of that pine bough, like we'll just do that, or pine needles, whatever you would like to call them. Cute card, Laura, you think? And it's just the card that's in the catalogue, and I've just added a few extra embellishment bits, a few extra things to make it mine. All right, so I'm just going to ink up that again, and what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to do one full strength. Oh, and that didn't work, so let's turn it over. There's two sides to each bit of cardstock. Okay, let's try again. Okay, I'm going to ink full strength, just there, like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it up, but I'm going to do half strength and pop some in there. Okay, and we'll go again. We'll do half strength. So stamp it off and then stamp it down in through there. So there you go. You've got some gorgeous pine needles, but by doing that second stage stamping, you've got that variegation in the color. All right. Now we're just going to glue that to the inside. And see, no one's ever going to know that mistake was in there in the back. And we'll pop that just in there like that. Okay. And there you have a beautiful card using the Decorated with Happiness stamp set. So as you can see, this is a set. There is so much more that we can do with this set. So I've only just scraped the surface with it. So if you've actually loved this card this morning and you were thinking that you might like to get the bundle, then seriously think about doing my stamps club, because hey Rebecca, how you going? Are you back in Australia or are you still over in New Zealand? Please make sure, if you are thinking about purchasing the bundle, think about joining my stamps club. $50 gets you the stamp set, the card kit to make 6 cards, and a video tutorial. Plus you get access to all of my other videos when you be a part of my stamps club. Or if you want the bundle, you get the stamp set, the die set, the card kit to make 6 cards, and the video tutorial for $100. So I have different levels of stamps club. So depending on what you want to do, the basic, as I said, is $50 per month. If you've already got the stamp set but you still want to be a part of it, then by no means don't think that you can't register. You can still register. I just will swap it out for a different stamp set for you. Okay, so you need to let me know at the time of purchasing. So, you fly back tomorrow? Okay, well, that'll be fun. At least New Zealand is not that far to fly back. Not like my flight that we had from LA back to Australia. It was 14 and a half hours, but the way over was even worse. So hello and welcome to everybody that is just joining. You've just come in at the tail end of it, so you'll have to go back and watch the replay. And that's the beauty of live video, that there's always a replay to catch later on. So thank you for hanging out with me today for my crafty session, and I will see you all again soon. So happy crafting. It's cold there. Well, it's pretty chilly here too, Rebecca, but it's not too bad. But I'd assume it's probably a bit colder over there. All right. So until next time, any of the things that I have used today can be purchased through my online store. Don't forget the partners special, the dies that are matching some of our stamp sets, and also our weekly specials for September, because they are some awesome savings there. So check out my online store for anything, and it really helps me if you give me the thumbs up. If you have just watched for the first time, please hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube, or like my business page over on Facebook, so you don't miss any more of this fun crafty session. So it's been awesome to be back here with you again, and yes, I will finally get back into my groove again sooner or later, when I've got everything set just right in my craft room, and I will be back on top of things in no time. So thank you, everyone, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye.